waiting on some people. I don't know who's going to be available on a Thursday afternoon, but we're going to do it anyway. That's tight. That's new. So we're at my new shop, F Bomb Customs. Hey, it's Mikey, my buddy Mikey. What up, Armando? Waiting to get your bike in here, bro. Can't wait to get your bike in here. Want to look pretty. Hi, Mike. Yeah, let me know when you're ready to get your bike in here, bro. I'm ready for you. Got this Honda Shadow about ready to leave. Got one more piece to wrap up and finish. Wrap up. And on my one sheet of vinyl. Doesn't fell on the fucking floor when I got here. So, but yeah, I'm getting ready for the grand opening. What colors do I have? Great question. This is my color wheel right here. Everything from gloss to matte, carbon fiber. There's a couple color changing colors in there too that like reflect into the sunlight. So for instance, let me see if I can find a good one. There's one specific one that I really like. This one right here. It looks black right here, but when it's in the sunlight, it changes from blue and purple. Looks really cool. I'm thinking about putting that on my Harley. Another cool thing, if you want it two-toned, we can go any color you want, and we can throw this, which is a clear carbon, over any other color. So any color you choose from here, you can have certain parts carboned out. Same thing with this. This is a brushed metal clear, so you can put that on top of any color over here. This is a really cool color, that plum purple. But yeah, all kinds of colors. There's a lot more colors to choose from on the website that I order from, which is metrorestyling.com. Tons. It's basically like the Amazon of vinyl wraps. You can get all kinds of vinyl wraps on there. But yeah, just let me know what color you want. If you're gonna make it in on the grand opening on Saturday, just come check out the colors and get an idea of what you would want. As far as like payment goes, the deposit is the purchase of the vinyl. So as long as you purchase the vinyl, that's the deposit that's required for the vinyl wrap. Um, After that, then labor comes after everything's already finished and done. You sign off on, you sign off on the job and you agree that everything looks good, and then, pay me my money and then you enjoy your bike. So that's the process. So you don't have to pay everything up front. You just pay the deposit for the vinyl and then go from there. The vinyl for a typical like sport bike, it's anywhere between 150 and 200 for the material, give or take. This is ballpark, but typically it's about 150 to 200. And I do order a little bit more than what's needed just in case there's any mess ups in the installation, or if there's any defect in the vinyl that I have to cut around, which isn't very uncommon. Sometimes the vinyl does come in defective and I do have to send it back. That's not very rare. It's very rare that that would happen, basically. But I always plan for the worst case scenario. But tons of colors to choose from. On the grand opening, I'm going to be raffling off a free bike wrap. So if you show up, you might actually get a free bike wrap. You never know. Yours might be the winner. I'll be raffling off a free bike wrap. I'm going to be raffling off a helmet wrap, and I'm also going to be raffling off a free LED underglow kit. So none of that stuff's going to be here because everything has to get ordered because I don't know what color the winner's going to want. But I will have vouchers to hand out to the winners, so all they have to do is shoot me a text and I'll get them in here. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you here, bro. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm trying to make this shop area or the shop absorb cycle gear eventually. Right now, I still am working at cycle gear and doing this on the side. I'm probably doing equal amount of time there and here, but eventually I want to do more time here than I do over there, just so I can stay more busy. But when more jobs come in, then that's when I'll know for sure when it's time to slow down on the CG. But yeah, this whole bike right here was orange, like I mean a bright orange, and now it's all blacked out. Customer has his decal on the side that I got made, and also he let me throw my little decal on the side, the F-Bomb decal, just to show everything did work. I don't plan on putting my sticker on everything out there. If the customer wants it on there, cool. If not, whatever. Just word of mouth. Who took care of you? Right now I'm not going to end the live video. I'll keep shooting, but I'm going to be hanging up some banners going over here. So the way my banner system is going to work, I'm not going to put up, thanks Armando, I appreciate it. I'm not going to put up any bike banner that I haven't worked on yet. So right now, set you guys up so you can see me. So right now I'm going to be hanging up this Harley one because I have worked on many Harleys for wraps. Is it backwards? Yeah, upside down. So I'm going to be hanging that up there. And I also got this one. I haven't even taken it out of the packaging. Kind of an unboxing right now. But this is the Yamaha one. So I did recently do a MT-07, which was my favorite bike so far to work on. The curbs on the gas tank, everything was just flawless as far as like the installation. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. There's my Yamaha one. Yamaha Racing. That's one looks cool. Oh, you got enough room up there. I don't know. We'll see if I got room up there. But yeah, I'm gonna be hanging up those banners. I got these fancy lights. I don't know if I can turn the camera. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. Got these fancy lights. Let me back up so you guys can see. They really project a lot of light down there. It's kind of like a centerpiece for the shop. Looks cool, but also is very functional. And then I have these guys right here. Picked these up on Amazon. This is probably the most important lighting. When I'm working on the bike, everything's bright from above to over here. I don't have any lights here, but these lights pretty much brighten up everything I need on this side once the bike is up in the air. Um, but yeah, that's a pretty cool, cool setup for lighting. Eventually, I think I'm going to go with a little bit more lighting. I might put lights in between these just to have double the brightness, but it's pretty bright. It does its job. It's not bad. So, the pluses and minuses to the shop. Well, the plus is I have a shop to work in. The minus of it is during the summertime, the shop gets hot. Uh, it was like 115 not too long ago in Fresno, and this place was like a sauna. I was burning up. I had this fan going on, and then I had a cooler going on over here, and then a small little Walmart fan over there, and I was still burning up. But I'm looking forward to the winter time. Definitely looking forward to the winter time. It's gonna make wrapping a little bit easier. I think I'll have to add a little bit more heat to the vinyl for it to sit down better when it's colder in here, because apparently it does get really cold in here, which I don't care. Bring it on. I love the cold. But yeah, that's the only downside to the shop area, is that there's no AC. That thing red over there, that thing don't work. So I'm gonna have to make do with what we got. I do share the shop with Demo Detailing, so he does a lot of bike details in here. Hello. Say hi to Mikey. Want to show the folks your neck tattoo?
Huh?
Your cool neck tattoo.
Yeah. Like that.
So yeah, that's Mikey. That's Brian. He's the boss, the one with the headlights on. But I don't know why I just got shy. They're in here. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, I'm gonna set this up real quick. I'm gonna move this bike back a little bit. I'm gonna set up these banners. First, and then the Yamaha one. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta clean the shop too. I got a lot of work done the other day, and it was very easy to get out of here because it was like 11:30 at night. So, just making sure no one's talking. channel going forward is probably going to be F-bomb custom related. Break my ass on live television. That should work. Okay. So I think I'm just going to match it. Yeah, let's see. Oh, wait. Seems like it work. Got these pins off Amazon. I don't know exactly how well they're gonna work. How do you push? I don't know. Doesn't happen? Hold on. These aren't regular tacks that I'm using. These are like weird looking tacks. Let me see. That's one out. I don't have a hammer. I have a really fat ratchet. I'll have to work it now. Let's test it out real quick. Yeah. Weird looking tack, man. I don't know. Never used it before. Well, that's weird. I don't know if I like that. There we go. I figured it out. Okay. I'm done. Never mind. I'll make it work. I figured it out. So, okay, I'll put it upside down there. Something like that. Like that. Upside down. There. We got it. We got this. Maybe we'll need that. should do it. Don't fall. Ow. Stabbed myself. I'd ask you guys if it's but I can't tell if you're telling me or not, but that looks about right. That looks good. Straight down right there. We got this. We don't need a second. It is very hot. Any way to vent that back wall? Yeah, I would fix it, but it's a little pricey. Try one of those big 40. Yeah, I want to get one of those giant strap fans, James. Harbor Freight sells them for like $200. So I was thinking about doing that for next summer. Luckily, summer's almost done with. I'm worried about it for another year, but I will look into that for next summer. Oh, that'll work. socket wrench that big on top of a ladder. Don't tip it, because it might land on your head. Luckily, it landed on my shoulder. Ah, God, what an idiot. Oh, that was lucky. Bam. Man, I can't stress how much this thing almost landed on my head. That would have hurt. Not bad. Not bad for $20 banners, huh? Let's go look over here. I'm sweating. It's barely 90 degrees. Burning up in here. That looks pretty good. That's pretty dope. Oh, man. Ah. So yeah, event coming up this Saturday. If you are in the Fresno area, be Saturday from 2 o'clock till whenever people decide to leave. Probably like 4 or 5 hours. But we're gonna have a DJ. Who's gonna be out here spinning some records and playing some jams for everyone. Gonna have free tacos. They're all you can eat until they run out. So I'll be outside cooking tacos, carne asada tacos, the good ones. And then yeah, I'll be raffling off the free bike wrap, helmet wrap, and LED underglow. The LED underglow is this guy right here. It's the one I use on all my bikes. I love them. I love them because they have a kill switch too. So it doesn't drain the life of your battery. So when you're not using them, you hit the kill switch and there's nothing running to the battery at that point. That's why I love those. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I am gonna be, everyone who comes is gonna get one free ticket for the raffle. And then if you want additional tickets, it'll be $10 per ticket. And that will just increase your odds. So, I mean, if only 20 people show up and you buy 5 extra tickets, I mean, you have a really big chance of winning. The donations of the raffle is going to go toward the shop, so it's not going in my pocket, it's going toward the shop. So it's just going to make things better for installation, and then the next party that I do have. I'm probably going to be doing something similar to this. Maybe not free tacos, but something similar to this every once a month. So I'm probably going to be doing my own separate bike nights over here. There's nothing on there, right? Okay. Man, it is hot. So yeah, that's what's going on in the shop. Oh, let me show you guys something really cool, actually. So, for the longest time, I was using vinyl from this company called Vivid Vinyl, which is an Amazon vinyl wrap. Now, the reason I was doing Vivid Vinyl when I first started out was because it was cheap, it was easy to get a hold of, and you can get a lot of it for a decent price. It was cheap. So this is the Vivid Vinyl I was using before. Now this is the same color I was attempting to wrap my bike with maybe 2 months ago. If you guys were on my TikTok about 2 months ago, you would have seen this kind of color going on the bike, and I took it off. And let me show you why. So this is about having it up for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. So I did half of this tank, and you can see all the peel back. And specifically this. So this was laid on. So this was laid on and then cut just to see what it would do. And it started spreading and lifting. So you can see that small little lift right there. it started lifting on me. And I did the same thing right here. I stretched out and I cut, and just a small little cut, and then over time it just started coming back. Now, that's understandable from stretch. I'm not mad about that. What I am mad about is the fact that this was sitting flat at one point and all that peeled back. Now keep in mind, this is on a rusted raw metal gas tank. So the material, no, was not great, but for what it did, I mean, it's not terrible wrap, but it's not something I would wrap a gas tank with. I can't really see the bottom, but yes, some peel back right there. Now on this side, this is wrapped right around the same time, so about a month and a half, 2 months. And this is 3M vinyl wrap. Now I'm sure everyone's heard of 3M vinyl, because 3M has their pockets in a lot of stuff, from 3M vinyl to 3M masking tape, 3M painter's tape, 3M double-sided tape. They got their hands in a lot of stuff, even 3M knifeless tape. They have their hand in a lot of the stuff in this industry, in the handcrafting industry. So the 3M that I used right here, you'll see minimal peel back. Now this could have been human error. I may or may not have heated it up enough and pushed it down enough, but even just pushing it down, you can see that versus that. So this is understandable. I would never do this to a gas tank unless it had a panel going over it. That way, even if it did do that, you wouldn't even notice it. It wouldn't be a big deal. But realistically, you want to try to avoid that. But for what it put on, it's in way better condition than this vivid vinyl. I mean, the stretch on this stuff alone made doing this gas tank so much easier. And this is in 2 pieces. This is 1 piece, so it's wrapped all the way around and stretched down to right here, and no wrinkles or anything. This one I had a little bit of trouble as far as wrinkles. I mean, I was able to get them out for the most part, but besides the color looking really cool, the vinyl is just, I don't want to say it's garbage vinyl, because I have seen people wrap bikes with, or wrap cars with vivid vinyl, and it does come out good. Flat surfaces, yeah, it's understandable, and it's okay to use that. But as far as like putting vivid vinyl on top of a gas tank and hoping it's not going to peel back, good luck. It's going to peel back. So in order to make that work, there would be tons of prep work to make that work. And it's just, it's a pain in the ass, basically. So I wouldn't recommend, I wouldn't say I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend 3M over vivid vinyl if I had the choice, which I do, because that's the only vinyl that I order. 3M or Avery. Haven't worked with Avery vinyl much yet, but I have heard a lot of good things about Avery. I'm looking forward to trying some, and we'll see what happens with that. I'll probably get a couple sample pieces of Avery and do a side-by-side comparison of the two, Avery versus 3M, and see what happens. But this is really cool. A customer from Cycle Gear actually donated this old RF 200. Now that's how old that helmet is. Keep in mind, right now, the newest RF Shoei is an RF 1400. This is an RF 200. That's old. It's a very old helmet. So I am gonna attempt, I'm not gonna attempt, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make this helmet look like a brand new style helmet. And I still have to ask her permission, because technically this is her vinyl to keep. The MT-07 that I did, this was the first wrap that we put on her bike. She said she wanted it, So I'm gonna ask her if I could take a little bit of a sample and throw it on that helmet just as a display piece and see what it can do. Because with this, I would like to wrap the whole thing from back and just stretch it all the way down, all the way around in one piece and see what happens. Um, Typically with helmets like this, I recommend, well, I'd say helmets like this, I would recommend multiple different pieces, mainly because there's different concaves, there's different angles and body lines in the helmet that make it a lot easier just to do it in multiple pieces and just overlay the vinyl on top. But this one is relatively just a round shaped helmet. There's really no body lines to hide pieces or anything like that. So this helmet is completely round. It's basically like wrapping a bowling ball, which if you ask any vinyl wrapper out there, wrapping a bowling ball is probably the hardest thing you could do because it's completely round. So that's going to be interesting and fun to try. And yeah, and I do get asked this question a lot: is do I do cars, and do I wrap cars, and do I do PPF? So first off, wrapping cars, no, I'd rather not. Mainly because, as far as I know, and anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no one else in Fresno or in the Fresno area that wraps motorcycles only. Um, and keep in mind, I did contact about, I want to say 6 well-known vinyl wrapping shops in the Fresno area, Clovis area, and no one would touch a bike. I called just asking as a customer, just calling as a customer, not even as a competition, saying, hey, I was wondering if I get a quote to wrap my motorcycle. I got a 2009 Harley Street Glide, and they said right away, oh no, we don't touch bikes, bro. We don't wrap bikes. I'm like, okay, no problem. So I called another one. After like the 5th one that I called, and they told me the same thing I asked. After they said, no, we don't touch motorcycles. I'm like, can I ask you something? And it's okay. I'm not mad that you guys don't. Secretly, I was kind of happy that they didn't. Why don't you guys wrap motorcycles? And they said basically it takes too much time. Too many moving parts. Parts have to come off. You have to wrap them individually. With cars, you just wrap them on the bike or wrap them on the car. You don't necessarily have to take parts off of the car to wrap it. I'm like, And mind you, this is before I even decided I wanted to do a wrap shop. I was just getting into vinyl, and I wanted to see if someone else out there actually did vinyl wrap, and I was going to go there and pick their brain. But after hearing that no one else in town does motorcycles, I started thinking like, okay, well, what if I did? Because I'm doing motorcycles right now, and I love doing them. They're real fun. I'm not sure if the reason why they don't do motorcycles is because they don't know how to take them apart and put them back together, or they just don't understand the geometry of a motorcycle, like the curves of the gas tank and the fenders and battery covers, stuff like that. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna open up my own shop. Partnered up with Demo, of course, and technically Fresno Two Wheels. We're attached to Fresno Two Wheels. But yeah, I mean, I decided, I thought it was a good idea. I've gotten maybe 6 or 7 jobs so far since I opened up in a 2-month, 2.5-month span, and it's coming out good. I mean, people are happy. The MT-07 I did, I was extremely happy with that one. That one was really cool. I have, I think, a KTM possibly coming in. It's a KTM 290. They're one of the small 300cc KTMs. Possibly doing that one next. And then a couple other guys saying they want some pinstriping, stuff like that to their bikes. So not full-on jobs, but that one's good.